Video. Was Nyaz part of the vetting team?
Nyaz?
Yes.
Nyaz Fred Sentamu?
No, Chairman Nyaz.
Chairman Nyaz?
Yes.
Chairman Nyaz was a candidate. He expressed interest on the position of Kawempe South.
Since when did he relinquish his powers? Because he used to be some of the decision makers in the party.
No, possibly you need to know how the party is managed. First of all, he's a member of the party. Actually, he is a senior member of the party. He has been the head of mobilization for the party for a very long time, until a few months ago, when he was voted into another office to do with international relations in the party. But he's a senior member of the party. And he has mobilized the whole of this country. So he had a right to compete on a position, and he did compete with very many others in the Kawempe South. And he emerged actually the winner.
Could he have ever lost? Anyone would expect he wouldn't lose.
And this is what people don't know, really. Also, I need to make even this clarification at this moment in time. You remember in 2020, we had a brother for the president, Mr. Jagulai Setam, called Eddie Yahweh. Eddie Yahweh was a very strong candidate in the Chira municipality. He wanted to contest. But there was another gentleman called Chirayang who was better grounded than him. And he did not get the ticket. So he could have lost. He could have lost.
Okay.
Yes.
And the processes, you said that 40% are your credentials that you present before the party.
Yes.
Academic papers, where the experience. And then 60% you go to the constituents.
Yes.
And you seek opinion from the public or the voters.
Yes.
How many people were you sampling to ask whether this candidate is the best suitable or not?
It's not possible. Before I get to that, you need to understand what the 40% meant. The 40% was a preliminary requirement. We have to assess your performance on the 40% because it is to do with the competence. You may even have 100% with the support, but when you cannot say what in Parliament, they will not qualify. So you have to clarify it further.
So this bit where you're going to the constituency to seek opinion.
Yes.
How many people were you sampling, and how were you selecting the sample?
So the sample space for the 60% involved the following categories. Because we had categories also. One, we had individual people sent to the constituency. And they are very independent-minded, those who are sent. For example, here in the Buganda region, we are not sending people from within this region. When you go to, say, Busoga sub-region, we will not send any person from, say, Busoga from that side. No, we will now get people from some other region. Because in every parish, we will send more than 5 people, in every parish, to go to different corners of the parish. Now you go to this border stage, you go to the market, you go to the washing bay, you go to the shops, you do this and that. So it was random, but with those guided sets of society.
Ssegona from Busiro East, a lawyer or an advocate who has been in Parliament for quite some time.
That's true.
Meaning he passes the 40%, he may get the entire 40%. And then how did you sample? Or where did he fail? I would want to know where Ssegona failed.
First of all, Honorable Medard Ssegona was a brilliant candidate in the paper one. Because I'm among those that elevated him. He was extremely brilliant, and I think he passed the flying colors in that paper for 40%. And I may not fear to say that he was most likely the best in that paper. Now, when you went to the ground assessment of Busiro East, it's a different matter. I'm not supposed to review results at this stage in this interview, but I want to tell you that Matthias Walukaga was extraordinarily popular, more popular than the incumbent. Yes. If you want to test it, you can test it. But there were even some other good candidates. There was the...
So let's say Matthias Walukaga was more popular than
so in the
than
paper
him.
too,
In paper.
Honorable Ssegona was one of the best, for sure.
How about Walukaga?
In terms of
The 40%.
he had the pass mark.
He had the pass.
Yeah, he had very good with the pass mark. You had to go through the pass mark at least. Any person you see that
The
was
pass mark
given,
was what? 20? Was 15?
no, 50% of the 40.
Of the 40.
Yeah, that's the pass mark. If you are below that, you may not even qualify to go to the second level. Yes.
There is a belief that actually he was edged out because of the fact that he's linked to Mpuga.
There's a belief.
Yes.
That what?
There is an argument that is going on that actually he was dropped because of his close ties with Mpuga, who fell out with the president of NUP, Robert Chagulanyi.
No, I don't see how relevant that one was to the interview and to the process. First of all, he's a member of the party. He's a real member of the party. He is an MOP on the National Unity Platform ticket. That one you know. He's the chairman of our COSASE. He's a good legislator for that matter. So, why do you talk about Mpuga? Yes, we know that people have friends. Even some people in the NUP may have friends in the NRM. That's not a crime. If you're friend to Honorable Mpuga, it's not a crime. If you are friends, if you have the capacity to separate the two, and he has that capacity to separate the two.
So you think the process was fair and fair?
This process we are handling, and I would recommend it.
There was no any influence from the top leadership in this process that you have just concluded.
Which influence do you mean? Because we are all members of the party.
Once there are some people who are preferred to others.
Now, that is subjective, definitely, that is subjective, because according to the constitution of the National Unity Platform, there is a provision that establishes the Elections Management Committee. And this Elections Management Committee, according to the ongoing constitution we are using, because you remember that our new constitution had issues with the state, with the dictatorship of Museveni. So, this one gives the mandate to the executive board to do this work, and it's the executive board that appoints the EMC. The executive board is chaired by the president. That's why you saw us, after doing that work, we are doing this work on behalf of the party, but through the executive board. That's the legal, that's where we get our mandate from. So when you finish that job, you hand over that report to the executive board as a procedural matter. So I don't think that Mr. Chagulanyi can sit at his home in Magere and it says Sudhir Byaruhanga was given an EMC. I think this one is wrong. Let me cross it. I don't think so. Because he has been respecting the process in the party. That one I can attest. We are handling the issue of Nalukola, you remember. And people do not know that Nalukola could reemerge the winner. Because he had just come from the Democratic Party, you remember. But because he went through the process very well, and he was better than even our so-called foot soldiers. We have foot soldiers in the party. We had one candidate who was the leader, not necessarily foot soldier, who was the leader, but also one of the commanders of the foot soldiers called Umaru Magara. Most of the people thought that because he has been here, the president, he'll be the one to be given the ticket. But when he went through the process, which you witnessed yourself and the public, Honorable Nalukola Elias Ruimbas, imagine the winner in that vetting, in the debate, and on the ground. The president just adopted him as a candidate for the party. He had nothing to do. I don't know what his choice was, for sure. I didn't know.
Thank you so much for according us your time, Mr. Sssebufu.
Thank you. Thank you very much.